I'm Courtney. I'm an evolutionary astrologer, and I'm also an intuitive healer. And I am determined to let everyone know they're whole. Think about that. Think about if you knew you were W-H-O-L-E. W-H-O-L-E, whole. Think about that. You are already whole. We feel so broken. We feel so hurt. And we're humans, and humans are hurt. We're hurt. But this is what's amazing about the period we're in right now, or we're about to go into. And if you're watching it, you're probably already in it. It's called Jupiter is in Cancer. And so I don't know if you know what Jupiter is. Now my dog has something to say, but what Jupiter is the planet of expansion. It's a planet of opportunity. It's the planet that can bring what people say is luck, but I would say I don't think it's luck. I think it's allowing for a chance. And are you going to take the opportunity? And I really, 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 really know this. I know that we're ready to take this opportunity. We are ready to heal ourselves. So Jupiter is in Cancer, and Cancer is all about healing and nurturing and love. Self-love, self-acceptance. It is our own intuition. It's our own gut reactions. Cancer is our feelings. And so how do we heal? Well, I'll say to you, you cannot heal without feeling. You have to feel. And as humans, we just don't want to feel. But did you ever hear if you make something bigger, it has a way of not being so scary anymore, like facing your fear, and you don't have to be so afraid? Well, that's what I'm thinking about with Jupiter and Cancer. I'm thinking, how about if you actually felt your feelings? I want you to see this. If I could feel my feelings and allow my feelings to rise up and know that I'm still whole, I'm still okay, that I'm going to be okay. We're so hurt. We're hurt from our childhood. We're hurt from sometimes we're hurt from our parents. Sometimes we're hurt from our friends. Sometimes we're hurt from our community. Sometimes we're just hurt from society, right? And we all are hurt, but we come in hurt. We're wounded. This is what I believe as an evolutionary astrologer, but we come in with our wounds. So for instance, you have all these planets, and you have Chiron, and you have other things that are creating these experiences in your chart that you need to heal. And what happens is other humans bring on these feelings for us. They know how to, I'll say, get to us. They know how to bring up feelings. And so the feelings are brought up, and we don't want to feel them. We want to kind of mask the feelings. We want to numb the feelings. And right now with Jupiter and Cancer, it's an opportunity to understand what we're feeling, to understand what we're feeling so we can understand what we want and what we don't want, and so that we can aim towards more of what we want. Jupiter is ruled by Sagittarius, but it's like literally, if you could imagine, where am I putting my aim? So I take my arms and I imagine, what do I aim at and what am I aiming at? And if we're not healed, if we don't think we're healed, if we think we're wounded, we stay in the wound and we don't end up accomplishing what we can. People have heard of shadow work, and I guess it is shadow work, but not really. You don't have to go under with the feelings. And I think that's the trick with Jupiter. Like, you could have too much, right? You could have too many feelings. It could overwhelm you. And I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying, okay, let's say if somebody hurts me, or someone says something that hurts my feelings. They're my feelings, and I am hurt. And I don't need to make it mean anything. So much of the energy of Jupiter is, what am I actually making it mean? Maybe I think they don't like me. Maybe I think they think that I'm not a nice person, right? I mean, that's a constant worry of mine, right? Oh, well, they'll think I'm not nice. What do we hear to say about that? This is what I tell my children. And I tell anyone that works with me. A lot of times people only think you're nice if you're doing what they want you to do. And maybe there's things you don't want to do anymore. And I think about that, right? If we're really in Jupiter and Cancer, it's am I nurturing myself? And if I'm nurturing myself and loving myself, would I actually say yes to what you want me to do? Or what's the more loving choice? I also think with Jupiter in Cancer is thinking about resting, right? That if you're tired, to listen to your body. Our bodies are telling us something, right? It's like the feelings. The feelings are telling us what we want and what we don't want. If we numb the feelings and we don't allow ourselves to feel, how are we going to get what we want? But if I'm tired and I keep just pushing through it, do you know what happens? I don't become well. I get I'm not healthy. And it's so important. We want you to be healthy because this is your body, right? We're so affected by the energy of Cancer. It's so important to take care of your moon. So to find out what moon sign you are, and that is my goal. I'm going to make videos about the moon because it's such an important part of our charts. It's a big part of who we are. We kind of know our sun signs, but we don't know our moon signs. But how do I nurture my moon? And we'll go into that. But how do I nurture myself? And I think deep down, I know this because I know we're all whole. We know what we need, but are we willing to ask for it? And actually, it is a really strong period of time where we're really being asked to know what we need. And when we're not getting what we need, we could get angry. And now think about something. Maybe you're scared to say that you're angry, but you need to. We all need to. If we're angry, I'm not saying you have to scream at anybody. I'm saying to you, if you're angry about something, don't hold it in, because then you get resentful, and resentful is worse than actually dealing with the problem that is the problem. We really have no problems. We have lots of problems, but we have no problems. And we just really believe that our problems, and we feel we're stuck. But if anyone knows the tarot cards, there's like this tarot card where there's chains on the people, and the chains are opened. And I'll show you what chains feel like. So as humans, we have a blocked heart, right? So our heart is literally blocked. Imagine this is my heart, and imagine that I'm so scared you're gonna hurt me. I'm so scared I'm gonna be hurt by you that I put a wall up. And this is not just me, this is everybody. We're all walking around with this wall. And we could say that Jupiter in Cancer, it's like the opportunity to open our hearts, to touch someone, to literally how about if you touched someone's arm and said hello to them? Imagine if you saw somebody and said, I love you, and meant it. Like, what does even I love you mean if you're not gonna feel it and show it, right? It doesn't really mean anything, just a bunch of words. So listen, this is my goal for everybody, is to know their wholeness, to know their opportunity to open their hearts, to notice the feelings that are stopping them from opening their hearts. Maybe your heart was broken. Maybe someone broke your heart. And maybe the thought that I could get hurt again is just too much. And I'm so sorry, but I know in my heart of hearts that your heart's wanting to open, your heart's wanting to be loved. You are love. This is the truth and the only truth. We are born love, we will die love. And in between, we're human and we have hurts. And we're here to move through the hurts. I think of the whole chrysalis and the butterfly, and having to go into the darkness to then become the butterfly. All the goo gets up. So you have the feelings. You have the feelings. The feelings are real. But a lot of the times the feelings are real. They feel very real. But they're from our childhood, our past, which is also a very Cancerian word. There are roots. Wait, this is actually really crazy, because a lot of the work I do is we're actually connected to our parents. So for instance, if my mother doesn't heal a feeling, right? If my mother doesn't heal something within herself, it goes down to me for me to heal. I know, huge responsibility, right? You're like, I don't want to heal my mother's stuff. Well, you kind of have to. You chose that mother. Oh, people have a hard time with that. I'll say that your mother, whether she's alive or not here or not here, her highest self loves you so much and is so proud of you. And really, really wants you to know you're whole. You could think of a baby. The baby's born, And you don't look at the baby and find fault with the baby. You kind of just look at this baby and this divine perfection that this child is. And that is what we're really here to remember, all of us. That within each of us, we have this divine knowing, this spirit. I call it spirit within us. And it's why we get inspired and we get interested in something and we get excited. And when we block our hearts, our spirit doesn't come out. When we're fearful of each other and we're scared we're going to be hurt, we can't actually see each other. So I ask you to find time in silence, find time to nurture yourself, time to drink a lot of water, time to rest, time to be really good to yourself. Really, really find this love, and don't be scared of the feelings that are going to come up. You could thank the feelings, because the more we repress them and hide them, the more we're just going to get more of those feelings, because if we don't heal them, people are just going to come into our life and display what we need to do, what they need to do for us so that we have those feelings. I call them players in our play. And I don't want you to have so many players in your play anymore. I want you to have peace and love. To know your divineness, to know your wholeness, to know you're loved, to allow someone to love you, to touch you. I take a lot of baths, first of all. It's very helpful with Epsom salts, very healing. And I also do something else, which I think every person that's a healer, because everyone is a healer in the long run, but I think that this should be everybody's biggest job for every day. Just something about boundaries. It's so important that we have our own boundaries, that we're not giving our energy away so much. And so one of the things I love to do is I have kosher salt next to my sink, and I take kosher salt and I wash my hands with salt and soap, and I wash them, and then I go like this, whoosh, 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 3 times over my head, and then I rinse my hands with water. And it clears my energy. It's like going into the ocean. Have you ever heard that? It's if you walk into the ocean, your body's literally could be cleared. Like the energy could be cleared. Your aura could be cleared. There's so many ways, little tools that we could use to help us. What feels good, what doesn't. Listen to what the messages are, and if it doesn't feel good, listen to your gut, because maybe it's not good for you, and maybe everyone that's saying it's good for you is telling you something that's not true. What is the truth? Okay, I go back to very Jupiterian word. What's the truth? What's the meaning of it all? The meaning of it all is to remember that you are divine. Remember that you are whole. Remember that you are loved. And that there's something bigger than us all. There's something bigger than every single one of us that wants you to know that you're just perfect, just the way you are, and nothing has to change for you to be happy. My dog doesn't have to stop barking. What can I control and what can't I control? That's a really interesting thought, right? Like, if I can't control it, not to get disturbed. So hard, by the way. But if we're not feeling good about something, we want something to change, we have to ask for what we want. We have to ask for the positive. We have to notice it, because we're really, 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 really ready to heal. Every single one of us, there's no exception, has this opportunity to heal ourselves. To heal ourselves, to love ourselves enough, to love ourselves, to not do anything in excess, notice any excess that we're having, and to notice, if we're dependent on something, to be aware of it. Because at the end of the day, we use so much other things outside of ourselves to not feel. We use food, we use alcohol, we use drugs, and they are not for our highest good. They're not really for our highest good. For the highest good it's to connect with the divine, it's to meditate, to find peace and quiet, listen to music, jump into water, go to the ocean, see water, go out into nature. I'm so sorry. It's a very good Cancer word. I'm so sorry. If there's anything, I am just sorry. It's such a hard job to be human, but there's also such beauty in it. And I do know this. I have worked on healing myself for 30 years plus and understanding how it all works. And my greatest gift is learning astrology, because one of my greatest gifts, I have a lot of different tools I use, but I think astrology is honestly this possibility to change things, to look at ourselves and to say, what could I do even better? Or where am I underestimating myself? And Jupiter is that. Where am I underestimating my ability to heal? If this was no longer true, and I didn't have to feel this way anymore, I didn't have to have these issues and these problems, what could I be? What could I do? What could I do out in the world? Because you're here to do great things. You are great. And our feelings of insecurity, our feelings of not enough, honestly, they're ready to leave. So have patience. Okay, slow and steady. I think of the turtle. The turtle wins the race. The hair goes off. The turtle has a shell. It kind of protects itself. It's slow. It's steady. There is no rush. I don't have to do it yesterday. I could just allow myself to be. That's it. Like, if I actually am whole and I'm perfect, what if I was just being and I didn't have to do so much? I could just be here. Just sit here. Imagine if I didn't say anything and I just sat here with you. It makes me want to do that. Silence. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You are loved. You are so, so loved. Maybe you think you don't know me, but I'll say to you, we all know each other. And if you're watching this video, chances are somehow we're connected in this intersection of the universe, this infinite sense of everything. And it's just, I really love you. I really, really, really love you. I really want you to love yourself so very much. It's what I want for my friends, it's what I want for my family, it's what I want for my mother and my mother-in-law, and it's what I want for you. Because the other way, it's too lonely and too hurtful. So thank you for staying on this video. Thank you for watching it. Thank you for having the courage to hear me. Thank you for having the courage to be brave enough to practice opening your heart and receiving love. Thank you for having the courage to be brave in knowing your worth and your value. You're absolutely amazing. And it's a good memory that sometimes people can't tell us that because they don't know it about themselves. I always like this saying, which is true, hurt people hurt people. And so if someone says something not nice to you, it's okay, or someone does something cruel or whatever, how do I allow it? How do I not need to change them? How do I have compassion for where they stand? Because maybe they're doing the best they can. And maybe, just maybe, it's not personal. So what if I took it not personally? How about if I didn't let it hurt my heart? How about if I saw it as an opportunity to have feelings arise in me as a gift from the heavens, the gift from the gods? These feelings are coming up. And if I'm angry, I'll get angry. If I'm sad, I'll get sad. And then I could choose another way. It's really not that simple, but it is actually. It's, okay, well, I feel these feelings, and I don't want to feel this way anymore. And what is the opposite feeling? If it's sad, maybe I want to be happy. Okay, what do I need to do to move towards that happiness? to aim towards that happiness, because I really mean it. I want you to aim high. There's no more going low. We've done that. We've had that. So put people around you that make you feel good. Ask people for what you need. Love yourself enough to say no. If you don't want to do something, don't do it. Trust your gut. Trust that gut of yours. Because, I said I'm an intuitive healer. I know this. We are all intuitive, every single one of us. We just have to raise our vibrations high enough to understand our own intuition, to connect to the divine source within. And how to do it is to nurture yourself, to really try to stay as conscious as possible, to stay with this moment, and then this moment, and then this moment, and then this moment, not needing to worry about what's over here, and not really needing to go way back in the past. Because really, the only truth is right here, right now. It's the only thing that matters, is being here right now. We're born here at this perfect time in life, all of us, to do magnificent things, to be loved, to be loved. And it starts with you. Honestly, that's the only thing we can control. We can control how we make things, what we make things mean. We can control how we feel. We can control, maybe we can't always control how we feel, but we can control at least having the feelings come up and not making them wrong or judging them and not having them throw us for a loop. They're feelings. And I think so much of our life is trying to not feel that it actually hurts us. It hurts our bodies. We hold pain in our bodies by not feeling. Just listen, if you're not gonna have the feelings come up, they are gonna get tight. Your back gets hurt and your head gets hurt. You get headaches, you get stomach aches. You feel sick to your stomach. So, here's my aim for you. Practice loving yourself. Practice self-acceptance. Practice looking in the mirror and saying, you're kind of doing a good job. You kind of got this. You got this. Do the hard work, because life wants you to succeed, even if it doesn't feel like that sometimes. So, do we create our own luck? I think so. And I do think that every one of us has this great opportunity to heal ourselves. So let's use it. Let's take this opportunity together to dance in a circle and know we're all whole. And practice opening our hearts. Just a little. Just a little. It's a practice. It's a practice. Open your hearts. You know who I really, my dog hadn't barked the whole time. Then I did this video and now the dog's barking. And what I'll say is that animals are a really easy way to love because they're safe. They're really safe to love. Other humans are sometimes a little scary. I have so many stories about how hard it is to share love with one another and we don't even realize it. But when you have a dog, or a cat, or any animal, really, it's easy. Don't you realize, you're not scared of getting hurt by that animal? Another little trick is next time you're actually with somebody, think, how about if they were scared of me? We're all a little scared of each other. Isn't that crazy? You want to see my dog? Oh, hello, he says. This is Cowboy. It's easy to love a dog. It's easy to love you too. I'll see you so soon. Have fun. It's Jupiter. As Jupiter goes into Cancer, we're really ready to heal. And you're really ready to heal yourself. Take the opportunity. You got this.